If your life suddenly feels heavy, if people are disappearing, if nothing is working the way it used to, don't click away from this video, because what I'm about to tell you might explain everything. Some women are not being punished. They are being prepared for power. And the terrifying part is, the closer God gets to promoting you, the more your old life starts collapsing. The loneliness, the silence, the confusion, the emotional exhaustion. Those may not be attacks, they may be training. Stay with me, because one of these 7 signs is probably happening to you right now. And once you see it, you will never look at your struggles the same way again. This is where it changes. Most women think elevation feels exciting, but real elevation often feels lonely first, accusing first, heavy first, and nobody talks about that part. Nobody talks about how becoming a powerful woman often begins with loss, with silence, with disappointment, with feeling hidden while everyone else seems to be moving ahead. Listen carefully, because some of you have been calling your season a punishment, when it's actually preparation. Some of you think your life is falling apart, but God may be separating you from everything that cannot follow you into your next level. And deep down, you know something inside you is changing. You can feel it. You don't react the same anymore. Certain conversations exhaust you now. Certain environments feel loud. You crave peace more than attention. You crave depth more than validation. And maybe people have started saying things like, "You've changed." But what they don't understand is, you had to. Because queens are not created through comfort. They are shaped in private, refined in silence, built in hidden seasons nobody claps for. And if you've been emotionally tired lately, I need you to hear this. You are not weak for struggling through this season. You are human. You are carrying silent battles nobody sees. You've smiled while breaking internally. You've stayed kind while healing from betrayal. You've kept going while emotionally exhausted. And sometimes the hardest part isn't the pain. It's pretending you're okay while carrying it. Maybe you've been overthinking at night, wondering why things aren't working yet, wondering why your prayers feel delayed, wondering why you keep losing people, wondering why your life feels stuck while everybody else seems to be progressing. And slowly, that survival mindset starts creeping in. The mindset that says, maybe nothing good is coming. Maybe I'm behind. Maybe life will always feel this hard. But listen carefully, a survival mindset was never meant to become your permanent identity. You were not created just to survive. You were created to reign. And there is a difference. A woman in survival mode lives in fear. Fear of loss, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of not being enough. But a woman stepping into sovereignty moves differently. She stops begging for validation. She stops shrinking herself to keep people comfortable. She stops forcing things that no longer align, because she realizes her peace is more valuable than proving herself. This is where the shift begins, because God cannot place a crown on a mindset that still thinks like a prisoner. And sometimes, before elevation, He allows isolation. Before influence, He teaches emotional discipline. Before abundance, He exposes every insecurity, not to shame you, but to heal you. Sign number 1, God is testing your silence. There comes a season where God will stop allowing you to explain yourself to everybody. And for women who have spent their lives over-explaining, that silence feels unbearable at first. But queens do not waste energy explaining themselves to people committed to misunderstanding them. Your silence is not weakness. Sometimes it is wisdom, and God may be teaching you how to protect your energy instead of leaking it everywhere. Sign number 2. God is testing your patience. Waiting can feel brutal, especially when nothing is moving. But delay is not denial. Sometimes God slows things down because your character must catch up with your calling. A sovereign woman understands. Not everything available is aligned, so she chooses discernment over desperation. Sign number 3. God is testing your character when nobody is watching, because power without character collapses, and God will not elevate a woman who cannot remain grounded in private. Sign number 4. You are becoming uncomfortable with chaos. What once felt exciting now feels draining because your nervous system is rejecting confusion. Peace is becoming your new standard. Sign number 5. God is teaching you how to stand alone, not to isolate you, but to strengthen you so you stop depending on external validation to feel whole. Sign number 6. Your standards are increasing, and not everyone will understand, because access to you is no longer automatic. You are learning self-respect. Sign number 7. You feel called to something bigger, even if you cannot explain it yet. That inner pull is not confusion, it is expansion. You are outgrowing your old identity. Now listen carefully. This is the escalation. Because everything you've been feeling, the silence, the waiting, the emotional heaviness, the isolation, the internal shift, is not random, it is formation. You are being rewired from survival into sovereignty, from fear into alignment, from emotional chaos into emotional authority. And yes, it feels uncomfortable because healing always feels like loss before it feels like freedom. But nothing is being taken from you that was meant to stay. You are being cleared, you are being refined, you are being prepared, and slowly you begin to realize you didn't lose yourself. You found her, the version of you who no longer abandons herself for love, the version of you who no longer begs for attention, the version of you who no longer shrinks to be accepted. That woman is emerging, quietly, powerfully, softly. And now, we enter transformation. Survival mindset says, I need to be chosen to be worthy. Sovereign mindset says, I choose what aligns with me. Survival mindset says, I fear being alone. Sovereign mindset says, I am whole alone. Survival mindset says, I must explain myself to be understood. Sovereign mindset says, I remain grounded even when misunderstood. This is the shift, and it is permanent. Now breathe, because you are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not stuck. You are in formation, and formation is always quiet before it is visible. Now the climax. Everything you've walked through had meaning. The silence had meaning. The delay had meaning. The loss had meaning. The confusion had meaning. Nothing was wasted, because God was not only changing your situation, He was changing your identity. And soon, you will no longer ask, why me? You will say, now I understand, because you were never being broken. You were being rebuilt. Now the soft landing. You do not need to rush your becoming. You do not need to force clarity. You do not need to chase anything. You are allowed to heal gently, to grow slowly, to rebuild peacefully. And if nobody has told you lately, you are doing better than you think. Even in silence, even in uncertainty, even in transition, because becoming is still happening. And now, you already know what comes next. Repeat after me. I don't chase. I align. What's meant for me meets me in my softness. I don't chase. I align. What's meant for me meets me in my softness. This is your soft life. And this is Queen's Motives. If this message met you at the right time, comment "I am becoming" and share this with one woman who needs to remember she is not lost. She is information.